Hello, everybody. Let's see where we can make it the best. Hi. I toast to you and all you do. I hope you had a fantastic Yule. There we go. And that you're enjoying winter. I wanted to take a brief moment to talk about... Okay, so this is back to one of those things that I saw earlier that was like what real witches do or what real pagans do or how we do whatever. Talking about how... And the video was like, she just was reading a book. It was like what people think pagans do and then what pagans actually do. And it was just sitting there reading a book. And I've made comment on this before on how that's not necessarily true. I used to do a lot of reading. And then I do more practicing now. There was just a white feather floating to the ground. It's so magical. Anyways, so yesterday, I was going to make a video because it's the day after Yule, and I was like, oh, I'll make a video about Yule or do this or that, and talk about Yule, but I didn't have time. The first day of a new season, I always spend cleaning, and for me, it's very important to start the season fresh and clean, so I'll clean the whole house. Like, the kids have to clean their whole rooms, I'll clean the whole house, everything will get wiped and dusted and vacuumed and swept and, like, deep clean, and just spend the whole day doing that. And it's important because it cleanses the space both magically and physically. You know, you start the new season with a clean space. But magically, as I'm cleaning the house, I clean the most used space first. And then we kind of branch off from there. And I clean every room. For these cleanings specifically, I clean in a counterclockwise motion. To banish all of the old unwanted energy, to start fresh. And as I do, I chant... like while I'm vacuuming, I'll say, I vacuum this space, I cleanse this space, I banish all of the negativity, and I'll vacuum the space, and it'll be all cleaned up, and make sure you vacuum behind the doors, and, you know, kind of dust the curtains, and do that kind of thing as you're vacuuming, and suck up all that negative, you know, stuffy energy, and then I release it with the trash, when I put the trash out, and it goes out the window. Or out the house. That energy is gone. Same thing when I sweep. So I'll sweep, and instead of vacuum, I say I cleanse this space, I sweep this space. I leave behind the positivity. Because I'm not trying to cleanse the space so much that it's empty. I'm just trying to remove the negative, you know, stuffy energy that just kind of gets stuck in the corners, like the cobwebs almost. I don't know. I don't like saying cobwebs because I like spiders. I only clean the spider webs once a year, and that's in the springtime, and that's like my, okay, spiders, it's warm enough for you to go outside, let's start the transition to outside. And so that's the only time I clean up the cobwebs, but it's that kind of thing, like the energy that gets stuck in the corners, or kind of builds up in places, you know, and just kind of, it's not good, and you want to release that. So all day I was thinking, okay, I'm going to make a video, and then I was doing these cleansing and, you know, cleaning activities, and it just made me laugh at the end of the day, because I was like, I spent all day paganing, cleaning my house, and doing the deal, and having everything fresh and ready for winter, and didn't have time to make a video about Yule or the season or whatnot. And so today I was like, you know what, just sit in the car for a minute while it warms up, because it's 23 degrees outside, before the wind chill. It's freezing outside. So I was like, I'm gonna sit in my car for a minute. I'll just make this video real quick and just talk about how I was actually doing something. So it's not just sitting and reading, it's experiencing. Also yesterday, a really important part of my day was getting up to watch the sunrise. It was the first day since the return of the sun's energy from its time of darkness. We are now entering the growing season of energy, and the light is returning, and each day the days will get longer, and the sun will start its journey from the south to the north. And again, you'll see the shadow casts changing. You'll see the days getting longer and warmer and brighter, and life returning. As we are beginning winter, and you'll start to see that kind of transition of like the energy building underneath. But yesterday I got up and watched the sun come up and toasted to the sun for the first time since Samhain, which for me is always like a really special day, because I haven't seen the sun. I mean, Okay, I've seen the sun, but it's like a hollow sun that you see from Samhain to Yule because the god's energy is not as present. It's in a transition state somewhere else, being transformed from the page and the father, or no, from the father and the sage into the page. And now we've got this youthful, divine, new, bright energy that's coming back. And so it cast a beautiful light in my window. I got a text message from my dad that was like, I'm letting the new sun into the house. It's beautiful. And it really was. It was like a beautiful day. And again, it was just like, I kept being reminded, like, I'm going to make this video about Yule and about this new energy and about this transition. But I was too busy like doing things that are important for my spirituality and for me, as a pagan, and I couldn't make the video. So, pagan is not witching, paganing, whatever you call it, being, you're practicing your spirituality. And it's going to be different for everybody. You're going to find your own traditions and your own things that work. And that's amazing, but you have to practice. You have to get up. You have to do it. You can't just read the book. You can't just watch the thing. You can't just sit here and watch me or all of the other YouTubers that you watch. You have to get up and do something. You have to be present in the moment. You have to experience that magic and do it. And then you'll begin to see more of it. And you'll be like, oh. And the connections between the energies and like the celebrations and the things that we do begin to make more sense. This is a time of new beginnings and letting go of the old and bringing in the new, and that has to do with the sun's journey and all of those kind of things. And you see the different connections and you see the web building between all of the energies and seeing that connection because you're in it and you're doing it and you're experiencing it. And that's what makes a really big difference. So I challenge you all to go out and experience something new. And we're moving on from introspection to doing stuff. So take all of the things that we've thought about and wrote down and inspired and kind of brewed up inside, and take that and begin to create this new thing and the next cycle and the next thing and the next, keep going forward. And experience something new. Create a new tradition. We created a new tradition on Yule. We went and lighted lights as a family, me and my sisters. It was so fun. There's a house in town. They call themselves the Greeley Griswold House, and they have so many lights. There's no way for me to like when I said it to my sisters, they were like, okay, whatever. When we got there, we went around the block twice so that we could get a better look. And mind you, it's a cul-de-sac. So you go down the cul-de-sac and around the cul-de-sac. And we went around the block and did it again. Because there's so many lights. But we created this new tradition and we did something. You got to go do something. You got to experience. So, I toast to you and all you do. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go out and do something. Experience your spirituality in some way. Even if that's as mundane as cleaning your house and chanting and cleansing that space. That's doing something. You're experiencing that. You're adjusting the energy in your space and you'll feel better afterwards. Your house will feel better. My whole house, even though my husband was gone all day and didn't even really, he wasn't there for that process. He felt better. When we had dinner, it was just a lighter feeling in the house because it was all clean and nice, and it affects the whole everything. So, it's really funny. I'm sorry. I can see my lemongrass growing out the window shade. Just funny to me. Anyways, many blessings to you. I hope that you guys have a great day and that you're enjoying your first days of winter and that you're staying warm because it's freaking cold here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I toast to you.